This is the Gymax outdoor furniture set. Mixed brown 9-piece wicker outdoor dining set with beige cushions, double-sided patio, beige umbrella, stackable chairs, according to them. It came out to about $600. We ordered this. The quality's decent, you know. It's $568 for a full patio set with a big umbrella. That's a lot for a very reasonable price. So it's not the highest quality. Just be aware the dimensions are a little different. They're not perfect. So if you need to really know a dimension, just leave a comment in the video. I take a few dimensions in the video, so you can, if you watch this entire video, you'll see where I take some measurements. The cushions aren't super dense, they're very soft, and they're not thick, but it's comfortable. It's a comfortable chair. The chairs have adjustable feet in the front, so that's decent. Everything's pretty nice. We had a few issues. One of the pieces of the wicker on here was broken on the chair, and so it's popped out. I called Home Depot. They sent an email to the manufacturer. They're supposed to get back to me. Same with the hole in the umbrella. So just make sure you inspect it if you buy it. Big thing I don't talk about in the video when I'm looking at the chairs and the table outside is this weight for your umbrella is 3 feet by 3 feet. So when you have it underneath your table, your chairs aren't going to slide underneath that table. I mean, technically, if you're looking at the measurements of the table, it's 35 inches wide. This is 36 inches. It's going to stick out further than the table. So your chair will never slide underneath the table. Any of the 3 chairs along the length of this table will not slide underneath the table because they will hit that weight. That's why in this picture they don't have a weight for the umbrella. Here you'll notice all the chairs aren't slid underneath the table because they got the weight there. So I installed mine without the weight. I just bolted this stand for the umbrella. I bolted the base of it to the deck to extra support that I installed underneath the deck board. So I installed a 6x6 16 inches wide, however long it was that I cut of a 6x6, and I wedged it up in between the joists and screwed it in with some lag bolts, and then I lag bolted the stand down into that. Like I said, I had a small hole. You'll see it in the video. So just thoroughly look it over so you can let Home Depot know. And if the manufacturer doesn't replace the chair that has a broken piece of wicker and the umbrella cover, then I'll return it to Home Depot and get a new set. As of right now, they still have some for sale. They mention in here that the chairs are stackable for more convenience. That's one of the reasons why my wife liked this set. They do not stack, at least in a way that'd be useful. I'm sure you might be able to figure out a clever way to stack them, but they will fall. It won't be condensed to give you more space. They're not designed to stack. That's about it. I mean, they also state 6 chairs can be pushed under the table to save legs or space. That is not true if you use the umbrella with the weight. Like I said, it's 36 inches wide. The chairs are 2 feet wide. So you got a foot on either side of the middle chair or I'm sorry, half a foot on either side of the middle chair, to where all 3 chairs cannot slide in on both sides. So just be aware of that also. You could probably slide in your end chairs all the way, possibly, with that weight under there. But you'll see in this picture, they don't have the 3 chairs slid in there, and because they can't. And then your feet are going to be sitting on top of it, which isn't that big of a deal. But check your measurements. If it's a issue, and I'd say the assembly time is pretty close to accurate. I did a little shortcut. I think I took a little bit of a shortcut to where I didn't have to do it all by hand. I used a power tool, and that's in my video too. So check it out. Watch the video where I kind of show you the final setup and tell you how I did it with the chairs and the table, just screwing it all together to make it a little quicker. Alright, thanks. And and if you have any questions, just throw them in the comments and I'll answer any questions I can. And I'll keep you updated on the manufacturer replacing the damaged pieces. But just be aware, if you're interested in this set, they only have 124 left at the HomeDepot.com. 123. One of them's gone. So go check it out. It's a nice set. Thanks. Besides the umbrella and the price were one of the reasons why we bought this set. So let's see here. Show you what the umbrella looks like. So if you don't put in the pin up here, it will slowly drop. So it has some pretty good coverage. The sun's directly overhead right now. And I will show you. So there's the sun. So it's directly over, so we have good shade right now. It's 2:07. So on this set, I'm going to show you a few things. First off, the thing that we noticed while building them is the chairs are not stackable. They are not stackable. We had one piece of damage right here. So eventually, it's all come unraveled the more it's messed with. And so we'll have to cut it, and hopefully it doesn't get too bad. Some of the armrests, the colors don't really match up too well. This is the worst one. As you can see, the two very different. The rest I tried to match up. They don't all push under evenly under the table, so we'll have to do them one at a time, and then they'll all fit. Another issue we had that we noticed was the gap. I mean, you're getting what you pay for if it's on sale. So there's a pretty good gap down at that end versus this end. And that's just that. There's no changing that. And you have the gap on this side also. There's nothing you can do. It's just where they pre-drilled the holes to fit this crossbar, and then you just screw everything together. You don't really have a choice. So the chairs aren't stackable. One was damaged. We also had a hole, almost, I mean, it's practically a hole in the umbrella. So I contacted Home Depot about the chair and the umbrella. They sent an email out to the manufacturer, and they're supposed to reach out to me directly. You get this nice little cap. If you don't use the umbrella, get a nice little cap or plug where the umbrella goes. I opted to not go with the sand weight because it's 3 feet by 3 feet. You wouldn't have any room for your feet. So I just put a support underneath the deck and screwed it directly down to the deck. So when I assembled these chairs, you have all the same size screws, which is very nice. And here are the screws. They give you screws, washers. Let's see, where's my hand there? And they give you 2 Allen keys per box of chairs. And I think the table too. So you get a total of 6 Allen keys. So what I did is I took one of the Allen keys and I cut off the L at one end. And made a bit because I didn't have one that had the tip that you can use at an angle. So this is just a little bit different than a standard Allen wrench, which was very nice that they had those. So I cut the end off. We have 6 of them. Cut it off, and I was able to put the chairs together fairly quick using this. And I'll add a video of that, clip of that from the living room when I was putting them together. So that's just something that I did after putting one of the chairs together. I couldn't handle how long it was taking, and your fingers or thumbs will get tired after a while. So the wood's going to require to be oiled, so just make sure you do that, or else I'm sure in the rain, sun, this wood will warp, start falling apart, and you'll have a piece of junk. Came with a bunch of manuals, very simple, easy to do, mostly self-explanatory. But I don't believe it says anything about anything stacking up in these manuals, just on the Home Depot website. Let's see, we'll check measurements. Actual width is 35 3/4. Length from corner to corner 75. And then the max width of these chairs on the armrest is 23 5/8. Let's see if the other one's about the same. Yeah, it's about the same, 23 3/4. So they're going to vary a little bit, I'm sure. And the height is about 29 inches on the table. And I think that's about it. The chairs have adjusters on the front legs, so that way you can adjust if they're wobbly or they're rocking on the uneven ground, or the chairs put together a little uneven. So that was nice, because nothing ever goes together as it's supposed to. Overall, we'll see how it goes dealing with the manufacturer and getting a replacement chair or piece for the chair. I wouldn't mind replacing just the A side or the B side if one's damaged. And then they're supposed to replace the umbrella and Home Depot said I could return it if they choose not to do that. So we'll give it a couple days. May start a return and see how that works. Because I definitely don't want to have to take it all apart. Maybe I'll throw it in the truck, take it down to Home Depot in Charleston. So if you guys have any questions, throw them in the comments and I will respond. We'll see how this thing holds up. But I think it was around $600. We bought it from homedepot.com. And that's it.